Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Petri Dish. Today, we are talking with our friends. I say my friends, our friends. You've probably seen them on Petri a little bit here, but we are chatting with Odix. And well, why don't I just hand it over to you? You can go ahead and introduce yourself, talk a little bit about you, and then I'll just keep asking questions until I run out. How does that sound?
Oh, thank you very much. I'm Dr. Oren Eitan. I'm the co-founder and the CEO of odix, a cybersecurity company headquartered in Israel with offices in the United States and Europe. We provided state-of-the-art solutions for cybersecurity. I myself has vast experience in cybersecurity since I worked over 25 years at the Israel Defense Forces. I retired as the head of the cybersecurity unit of the Israel Defense Forces.
Wow. So that is definitely one of the more unique profiles of the CEO we have ever had on this conversation. So why don't we dive into Firewall? Because I think that is where a lot of people are probably going to hopefully find this conversation. So why don't you talk one about the solution and then how you came to the need of building it effectively?
Yeah. First of all, the name Firewall, I like it. It's a cool name. It's awesome. And it's very simple.
Yep.
It's firewall for files. So we registered as a trademark the name Firewall, which is cool. When we did some analysis of the market, we found that over 94% of the cyber attacks are coming from the email and the email traffic. And a lot of them now are initiated as malware hidden within the attachments of the files of the emails. So we already had a great technology that's already in the field with a lot of enterprises all over the world. Gartner gave it the name CDR, Content Disarm and Reconstruction.
Mm-hmm.
I like the name Deep File Inspection because we really dive into the file, we break it to the smallest components, we analyze each component, and then we reconstruct the file and make sure it's malware free and provide it. So we saw that over 1 million Microsoft 365 email accounts are compromised every month. 1 million
Wow.
accounts every month. So we said, wow, it's a big issue here. And we directed Firewall to be a native solution for Microsoft 365 Exchange Online. So in fact, it complements the solution of Microsoft, either EOP or ATP, with Firewall in order to provide a complete suite of a cybersecurity solution.
Interesting. So I want to make sure I understand this correctly. So we have an outside email comes into Microsoft 365. Your product intercepts the attachment and then inspects it, makes sure it's clean and authentic, and then passes it on to the end user if it passes that deep inspection. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. But moreover, first of all, we don't use the let's say the common method that other secured email gateway vendors are doing, like changing the MX record of the incoming emails and then route them to their facilities and then send them back to Microsoft. We built it as a native solution to Microsoft 365, namely, we didn't interfere with the business process of the email, that it goes all the way. Let's assume that we kind of part of the Microsoft email flow that we provide. So we call it a native solution for Microsoft 365. Absolutely.
Interesting. So I got two questions coming from that. One, did you just say that the data does not leave the Microsoft 365 environment then, based on how you just described that?
Well, we process it. Once we get it, the email go through all the Microsoft infrastructure.
Okay.
Then we grab it from before it get to the inbox, and then we process it and then return it to the inbox of the user, but we only process it. We don't store it. We all comply with GDPR and other privacy issues. So this is what we do.
Yeah, that was that was sort of the leading question there. So then, just so we're really clear, so how does it work from there's no privacy issues because there's people going to be like, well, we can't take our data outside of Microsoft 365 because of X compliance. But it sounds like you've already thought that through.
Yeah. In 2019, we awarded a grant from the European Commission in the Horizon 2020 program. Therefore, we are very well focused with the European Commission and their requirement. And as you know, the GDPR is a European standard. Mm-hmm. So we take it into consideration very much, and we all the time think how the best way to implement without disturbing or interfering with the privacy issue and so on. So we really take care about it, and we really consider it.
Very, very interesting. So another question building on that. So the file comes in, you inspect. Is there any latency from when the file comes in to how long it takes the end user? Because let's say I'm expecting an email from you and you're sending a file. How long does that process take?
Okay. So first of all, I usually don't use the term inspect because mm-hmm. I not only inspect, but I kind of sanitize the file. Namely,
gotcha. Okay.
I provide you a clean file, a modified file, a very clean file. That's what I'm providing you. And this is, opposed to some, detection techniques or signature-based technologies and techniques and so on. So this is exactly what we provide.
Gotcha. So I always got to ask the licensing question or the user acquisition. Like, how does somebody get this product?
Regarding latency, it's an excellent question mm-hmm. because, people sometimes are, get used to the sandbox, which exhibits very long latency and a lot of delay. And the nice thing about our product, it is a real-time product. So
gotcha.
It's like if sandbox take like minutes to process, mm-hmm. a typical file that we process, it's 1 second or less. So it's really on the fly. We built it in a very optimal way as of, utilizing all the cloud resources in order to make it very efficient, very, very high performance, a very, very low latency.
Gotcha. And then what is the licensing or business model? If somebody wants to add this solution to their Microsoft 365 tenant, how do they go about doing that?
There are several ways to do that. The simplest way is just go to the app source. It's already there. When you click Get It Now, by 2 clicks, you got it installed in your tenant. So it's already up and running. It's a single click deployment product. And this is thanks to the way that we implemented it as a native solution for the 365. It also appears in the Azure marketplace. And, sometimes if you're working with service providers, so we are working with several service providers that can provide you this service. So it's very easy to maintain. It's very easy to get Firewall to get up and running.
Very, very cool. This is obviously a very highly interesting topic for a lot of our listeners, and we have a ton of Office 365 users who are reading us. If they want to learn more about this solution, what's the best way to either find more information or to contact you?
So first of all, I forward them to our website at odi-x.com. All the information is there. They can contact us through LinkedIn or all the social media. We are there, and I'll be happy to answer any question and provide any information.
Fantastic. And to everybody who is listening to this, to make it even easier, there'll be links if you just scroll right below this video down either in the description on YouTube or on Petri.com. We'll make those links available right there for you to click. But we very much appreciate your time, helping our audience better understand the solutions. And honestly, to your point, and I fully agree that email is definitely one of the biggest targets for malware, for intrusion, phishing, and everything else. And so protecting your email inbox is really important. So thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Thank you.